In today's video, we are going to take a look at the dollar versus the Japanese yen. I'll show you my targets for September and a trend line going back to 2022 that could get tested next month. And we'll also take a look at the JPY index. I'll give you guys an update there to show what could be happening with all of the yen crosses. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. Now, first and foremost, we look at the 4-hour time frame here. You can see that we do have a trend line, a short-term trend line off of this early August trend line right here from this low. We've got the low here, lows right before the breakdown, and so far we just got a 4-hour close below. Okay, so this right here confirms the breakdown, and we could get a retest up here towards some of these lows here, recently. All right, but I do think that from here we are likely to see the dollar yen rotating lower down here toward 144.80. All right, this area has been a pivot for this pair for quite some time, so this is going to be an area to watch. Now, we will take a look at the JPY index next. And by the way, guys, if you do enjoy this content at any point in this video, be sure to smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon. Now, where I think this pair is headed, okay, over the coming days and weeks as we move into September is, as I said, I think that this area back here, you've got to keep an eye on these highs and this pivot right here through 144.80. Okay, I think that this is next. This area up here is going to be resistance. However, I do think that we could get that move lower. And one reason for that is this trend line down here, which I'll zoom out in a moment, but you can also see where we got this fake out here recently above this area up here around 146.40. Now, as you guys know, a fake out to one side of a pattern or level like this, all right, we had a channel here, sideways channel, fake out above, extended move lower, okay? Now, this may take some time to complete because, again, 144.80 is going to be significant on the way down, so we could see a move down here into this area, consolidate for a bit, maybe bounce, consolidate, and then move down here sometime later next month. All right, and one reason I think that we could get that retest down here, in fact, two reasons. The first one is that looking here at the daily time frame for the dollar yen, you can see that we do have the trend line from 2022. Okay, we've also got this high, this one right here, and we have not had a retest of this level as new support. Okay, so you can see that this was our fake out right here on the 4-hour that we just looked at. So I do think that something like this from the dollar yen in September is the likely scenario. And in fact, you could even draw a trend line from some of these lows down here. All right, so if we take our trend line tool from some of these lows, something through this area like this. Okay, we've got the lows down here. All right, so we've got these two lows. We've also got these two lows that come in right there in September. Okay, it could take a while, like I said, because we could get, some consolidation here for a while before we get that move down. But I do think that a retest down here around 142 to 143 is the likely scenario for the dollar yen, but only if it can get back below this level right here around 144.80. Now, one reason I think that is the JPY index, which I just talked about a couple of days ago. Now, before we get to that, a couple of things. First of all, be sure to join our free trading group. I'll put a link up top here in this video or see the link in the description. The other thing is we are coming up on the last few hours to join our VIP group for lifetime access for just $297. Okay, $297 for lifetime access. It is the last time it will be priced at. The price is going up in September. So again, last few hours, see the link in the description here on YouTube for access to that group. Okay, now let's go ahead and flip over here and take a look at the JPY index. So this is a basket of currencies and shows JPY strength or weakness relative to those other currencies. Okay, so this is a great way to gauge whether or not we're likely to see the yen strengthen or weaken. And just 2 days ago, we were talking about the Canadian dollar versus the yen, and I showed this chart and said this is a range until proven otherwise. You can even see where we got a slight fake out. Okay, if we go here to the 4-hour time frame, notice right down here from the range lows, you can see we've got the low here, low, low, fake out, right? This candle right here closing back above, that was your confirmed fake out, and a fake out to one side of a pattern triggers an extended move in the opposite direction. Okay, and that's exactly what we've seen so far from the JPY index. So as long as it is staying above this area down here, right? Again, it's a range until proven otherwise. Here's your range floor, here's your range ceiling. So I do expect this area up here to be significant resistance for the JPY. Okay, so expect pairs like the dollar yen to correct higher if we see a rotation lower from this. But ultimately, as long as we do something like this, guys, reclaim this up here, then we're moving up there toward that next level. Remember, level by level, right? 7150 would be the next key level for the JPY index. In other words, look for shorts on those yen crosses and even the dollar yen. Okay, so the market's not completely out of the woods yet, but we are seeing some nice follow through following that fake out down here and also that break above this trend line. So for the dollar yen, the way that could look here, what I'm thinking is if we look at the 4-hour time frame again, what I'm kind of thinking is we could get a move a little bit lower till the JPY index tests that resistance we just looked at, right? And then move up here to test this area of resistance, okay? And then from there, probably a rotation lower down here toward 144.80. Now, I would expect more demand there and some consolidation here in September. But like I said, I do think that trend line from 2022 could be a magnet for this pair. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Once again, be sure to join our free trading group on Telegram. I will put a link in the description here on YouTube, and also the last few hours to join our VIP group for lifetime access for just $297. It will be the last time you can ever join at that price. Trade well for the rest of today, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.